Well, it has finally happened. I have hopped on the Team Fortress 2 YouTube commentary gameplay bandwagon. And today I want to talk about Lass, particularly as the spy character. So this round's been going really well. I mean, my team seems pretty adept at pushing the cart. I'm just trying to do my part by hanging out here behind enemy lines, doing some work once in a while, trying to stay alive, keeping the higher priority targets down. Like, I know that Sniper's been giving our team some trouble, and these two medics, basically, they're not really checking their backs very much. I really luck out with that guy because he's just standing at the top of the stairs, which means I can stab him and quickly get away before its heavy notices and tries to come after me. But before you know it, we're pushing up to the 4th point here, and it seems like a pretty foregone conclusion by this stage that we are going to win. So I figured this was just going to be another boring last of Upward, and honestly, I'm not really good at lasts as spy. My gameplay style, if you can even call it that, is like go in, try to do something, maybe like sap a sentry or stab someone, kamikaze myself because I don't know where to go next, and repeat. Spend a lot of time looking at your respawn timer. But this time around I'm trying to play it a little bit more smart. Instead of trying to retreat into enemy territory and getting killed by random pyro flares, as just happened there, I'm taking a different policy and going in there, you know, trying to get one or two things done and then immediately getting back out. Upwards got two really nice escape routes. One of them is the more obvious one where you just go around that corner and rejoin your team. That medic, by the way, every time that I kill anybody near him, he's been pretty good at sniping me with the Crusader's crossbow. So I just so happened to luck out, and jumping around while invisible is basically OP, and sometimes you get lucky dodges like that. So there's the more obvious route, which is up above. You just turn the corner and you're back in friendly territory, hopefully, if your team's holding very well. And then the slightly less obvious, but still very well used one, which is just the route below, which is what I end up taking a lot of the time. Up here is a really good vantage point to see what's going on in the video game world. Plus it's got a medium health pack, medium ammo pack, which means I can recharge my cloak a lot. This demo man did not seem to be paying a whole lot of attention. I have no idea why he didn't see me in his third-person camera while taunting, but whatever, it worked out for me. So I'm just gonna come down here after the scout attempts to sentry bust, and kind of loop around, see if anybody's setting up in the meta sentry spot, since that tends to be a little bit stronger than just a sentry in front of your spawn, and lo and behold, got a couple level 1s up here. I know that if I cloak and I sit up here in this corner, I'm pretty safe, and I'm going to get a full cloak from all the metal there anyway, and then I just loop around again. That sentry spot's actually particularly annoying as a spy, even though it's not a great sentry spot to have. Since it's right in front of their spawn, it's very hard to maneuver and get the stab and sap or whatever you want to do. So what I do whenever I go near it is I just go ahead and sap it. I mean, I know the engineer's like right there, but if my team is pushing in, then they're usually going to follow up with some damage and destroy it. So I just keep looping around back down here. I bumped a heavy when I was at like 19 health. I knew that there was no way I was going to be able to stab him in time. Loop back in, try to do something to coordinate with the scuba, but I get caught on another spy, so my plans are more or less ruined. I just want to get out of here and try to stay alive and stay useful. And this is my first time turning the corner, and I see our banana-headed engineer has got a nice little nest set up. So I know this is probably a good place for me to retreat to as well. Sometimes if your team doesn't hold very well, it's not so great. Go back in, immediately milked. I know I'm visible, so I just go ahead and take the lower route and play it safe, just to stay alive for a little bit longer. And then this guy, Zeta Astro, says, oh, good thing their team is bad at pushing with Uber, which I don't know what they're talking about. Our Ubers have been fantastic. But anyway, still hopping around here, trying to do my best watching this corner, because oftentimes somebody will come back and try to push out and take down our nice little sentry nest that our banana head has so graciously set up for us. And yes, somebody does come and try to Uber out, but it's a quick fix, which means I can stab them and just go back to relative safety. Try to get the heavy in that situation, since he's the one doing all the damage, and even without the Uber, he'll still make a big mess of things. This pyro seems like a pretty juicy target, but then I miss every single stab and shot on him. I'm very tempted to just peek through here and keep shooting at him, but I have no idea what's around the corner, so it's pretty much a one-way ticket to Death Town. So once again, playing it safe, going back around the corner, low health, low cloak, come back here, hug my dispenser, and go back in. Even though our medic just got killed by a random crit. So I loop back around up here, trying to stay out of the fight that I thought was coming up between the scout and the pyro. And then I make a pretty big mistake. I'm up here again watching the state of the game, trying to figure out when to go in, but I go in with very little cloak. And one of the big disadvantages of playing it last is that somebody can see you when they spawn, because they see those big glowing outlines, and if they see you disguised as them, which is exactly what happened with that demo man right there, he's going to come out with a bottle of Scrumpy and just mess you up. But thanks to our engineer, level 3 teleporter, hardly makes a difference. Very short respawn time and we're back in. Hey, can anybody kill the sentry? Nope, not this time. Loop right back down, low on cloak, and then prepare to go back in. And this time, as it so happens, the team is about to push in with an Uber, so I can get back up there and support them when they're doing that. Come back around here. Can't get up there, of course, because there's nowhere to jump, but it doesn't really matter. Everybody's distracted by the Uber. I can just decloak in front of everyone because they're going to keep beelining towards it. Quick fixes pop, but it doesn't matter. I got 2 of the quick fix receivers, and there's no way that heavy's getting there in time. Push the card in, sniped at the last second, but it doesn't matter. We made it. We did it. That was a really satisfying upward last. So if you take anything from this video, just remember, if you see an engineer with a banana hat, they probably know what they're doing.